Welcome to another Stathead tutorial. Today we're looking at the College Player Season Finder on Stathead Basketball, and this may be our most powerful college basketball tool yet. The Player Season Finder allows you to search the stats from every player page on College Basketball Reference in order to answer virtually any question in seconds. If you come across a stat on a player page and want to find the answer, it is in here. For example, on Angel Reese's page, you might notice that she averaged 23 points and 15 rebounds per game in her junior season. If you're curious how many other players have had a 20 and 15 season, you'd want to use the Player Season Finder. The Player Season Finder has three sections. The middle shows the results. This is where the answer to your question will be. The top has search type options that let you change what kind of question you ask. We'll take a look at that in a little bit later, but for now, we're going to focus on the left side, these search filters. This is where you actually set up the parameters of the question you're asking. So here, we'll be using these search filters to limit ourselves to 20 point and 15 rebound per game seasons. There are a number of filters here, so let's run through all the options. You can adjust the season, pick a team or conference to limit the results to. This is also where you switch from men to women. Team season outcome allows you to filter from a range of outcomes for the player's team in the season you're searching. And that could range from them winning the title, to completely missing the tournament, to finishing with a certain number of wins, or at a certain AP rank. You can limit your search to players who played a given position or reached the requirements to qualify for a certain leaderboard. And then lastly, there are drop-down menus for two more types of filters, statistical and biographical. We have a lot of these, so they're in the drop-down menu, and you can add or subtract as many as you need for your search. In statistical, you'll see that we have every stat on College Basketball Reference, from points, assists, and rebounds, to per game and per 40-minute stats, to advanced new age analytics like win shares and PER. Biographical filters have information about the player, and these can range from class and height to whether they were drafted into the NBA, WNBA, or ABA after college, as well as filters for awards and honors like the Wooden Award or All-American teams. You can add as many of these filters as you want, but here, all we'll be doing is adding filters for 20 points and 15 rebounds per game. Then we'll click Get Results, and boom, that's our answer. Now let's dive deeper into college basketball stats using this finder. Here's another question. What men's team had the most freshmen averaging 15 minutes per game? While you would think that the Player Season Finder is not the right tool to answer this question about teams, it actually is, because we're looking for a number of players who match the criteria. So from our last search, you would know that we can add filters for freshmen and 15 minutes a game. But wouldn't you think that in order to answer our question, you would have to go through and count up every player in your head and find a list of who has the most that way? That's not true at all. In fact, Stathead will do all that counting for you, total it up, and get you the answer in just a few seconds. So in order to do this, we're going to return to the top and look at the search types section. By default, we'll search for single seasons that match our criteria. That's what we did in the first search. We looked for 20 and 15 seasons. In this case, as we have the search set up right now, we would find a list of every freshman season with 15 minutes per game, which doesn't really get us any closer to our answer. Instead, we can change the search type. There are options to search for combined stats from multiple seasons or careers. We can also have Stathead count the number of seasons that match our search and organize the answers either by player, season, or team. In this case, we want team, so we'll select which team had the most players matching our search from the search types. Now we have the parameters set up, we have the search type correct, so we just click Get Results, and boom. We have a list of the men's teams with the most freshmen to play 15 minutes per game. And that's just two searches, but there are millions more that we could run. So what are you waiting for? Head to the College Player Season Finder on Stathead Basketball and get searching.